Hey everybody, welcome to Para-Ops, Open-Minded Paranormal Skeptics. I'm Sky, your social media manager and one of your hosts. And we've got Marlena.
Hey! Larissa's not going to be here today. She's enjoying little one's birthday.
Happy birthday, little one.
Yes, happy birthday.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
All right, so tonight we have a clip for you we have clips from where did my words go? It had to happen at some point. We have clips from Gabriel Davies Tavern in New Jersey that we're going to show you guys. But before we get to all that, we're going to bring up our special guest, Tracy Inman.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, Jen.
Hello.
Thank you for having me on. Very, very appreciative. And
Thanks
happy birthday to the little one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't want to miss that stuff, right?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
I have three of them that are in their 20s. One's almost 30, and I got 2 grandkids and 2 more on the way. And I try not to miss anything if I can keep from it. So understood. Hey, so, yeah. I appreciate you guys having me on. If you want some background, my name's Tracy Inman. I'm out of the St. Louis area. I'm actually a co-creator of a site called P.A.R.A.Normal.com. It is a social media website. It's basically just like Facebook. What you can do on Facebook, 80% of what you can do on Facebook, you can do on P.A.R.A.Normal.com, but it's for paranormal enthusiasts only, built by paranormal enthusiasts. About, I guess, around middle of December, we had noticed a friend of mine, he's an engineer at work. I work for Phillips 66 in near St. Louis. And, he's always made us equipment for that paranormal. So I'm kind of bouncing around. I apologize. That Paranormal is actually a group that I'm in. It's T.H.A.T.Paranormal. There's 4 of us, all friends since we were kids. And, we decided a while back to start a group, but I'll get into that after Paralinked. But when I was talking with my friend about putting a site together, because of we saw a lot of negativity, and we're hearing a lot of negativity at that time around December. And he had made us some stuff in the past, some equipment, some really cool cameras and items like that. And we were just talking. I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool if there was like a LinkedIn page for paranormal? And he's like, well, LinkedIn, is there really anything on there? How many people have a website out there for the paranormal that has like, hey, you hunt here, you can hunt here, they're advertising individual things, but there's really not that many that had postings available. And I'm not sure of how many are out there that actually were able to post and stuff. So we started talking. I bugged him throughout 4 years, building stuff for me. And we just started discussing it. And he's like, if you could find a cool name, he says, I'll build you something that we will be very proud of. And I was like, okay. So that day I'm sitting there for 5 minutes later, and I'm going through names on GoDaddy.com, trying to figure out any of that rope. And P.A.R.A.Normal.com. And he said, if you can find that, he said, we're going to put that together. So I opened it up, and it was like $3 to buy it for the year. Right. So I bought like 5 or 6 years, and I held him to his word. I started the trademark process that night. And 2 weeks later, he was on his Christmas vacation, and he was a coder since he's like 10 years old. So he's built websites in the past, and he had the bones of this website put together. And it's basically, lack of better words, it's almost a Facebook for the paranormal by itself. And we picked up a lot of people right off the bat. I was doing some advertising through Facebook, but I have a lot of friends in the paranormal industry as well, and they started spreading word. So we ended up going global. We have people in Tokyo. We have people in Australia. A lot of people in England. I was really kind of surprised about that. Actually, I think there's more in England than there is in the United States that are on there. We don't ask for personal information, just an email and a password. We don't want to know, we don't want to know credit card numbers. We don't want to know anything like that. This is just a community, a hub for people to come to and talk about it. Talk about the paranormal, about what all we are all interested in. You're not going to get on there 30 minutes and you go, say earlier in the day, you looked up a mattress ad, right? And here you are on Facebook, you'll get an ad for a mattress. You know, we don't want any of that stuff, and we're not out to do that. So what I'd like to do, I'm just going to walk you through it real quick, just kind of tell you guys what's on it. And we'd really appreciate it. It's all free. We don't charge. We don't plan on charging ever. If we can keep from it, unless the costs start coming in for us, you know, to be too expensive. We don't want that. We built this as a community for everybody to be able to talk and discuss. There's different categories that you can post evidence. You can post just stories. Like we got cryptids, you know, covers all your cryptids categories. There's an event section. So if you guys have an event coming up, you know, put it on there. And then after that event is complete, it stays on for a little bit, but then it automatically disappears like a ghost disappears, right? It's pretty cool. There's a hunts and evidence section. So you guys can post your hunts. You can post your evidence. You can, if you're on YouTube and you have you post your stuff on YouTube, you can embed it into our site. It's actually pretty cool. There's a medium section. So we have a lot of people on there that are advertising their medium service. There's actually a couple of people that were asking for help, and there's some other of the mediums actually, they reached out to each other and they got help. That's another big thing about this, right? We're all here to help. We're not here to judge. We're not here to be negative. We all are a community, and I can't stress that enough. There's another section on here for places. People that want people to come hunt their places, advertise on it. It's free. Put your house on there that you want to come hunt. A mansion, if you know of a mansion, there's a big McPike mansion in our area. We've hunted that probably 3 times over the last 5 years, and I'm in talks with her trying to get her to go ahead and just advertise on her. And I'm telling her, you ain't got nothing to lose. It's free. It brings people to that place. You can put your podcast on it. This podcast right here, you can embed it into the site. People can comment on that podcast. People can view the podcast as it's coming up. You can do it. You can do it live. Preferably though, we do the embedded. So with that being said, the reason I say that is we are a small group of equipment owners. We can handle all kinds of stuff. We're not worried about anything crashing. But the more videos you embed, or the more videos you just throw onto a site, the more memory and stuff it takes up, right? So we prefer everything to be embedded if at all possible. Readings, psychic readings. People can come on and do their psychic readings. They can download their video there. They can talk to people about it. Stories, just regular ghost stories, which is pretty cool. People do that all the time. UFOs. People can just discuss UFOs. We have people that already have posted inside of each of these categories, and it might be boring to some walking through all this, but it really is pretty cool. And then what we have is an off-topic section. Now this one's a pretty cool thing, and I'm going to explain why. You can put anything in there off-topic, right? But it's got to be paranormal related. But what we have on our site is something called a ghost cam, and what it is it's a TikTok for the paranormal. You can use this cam. You can go live with it and take up to a 60-second video. You can give shout outs, but you got to make sure, as a disclaimer, you got to make sure the people that you're at their house or wherever is okay with you doing that, right? But you can give shout outs. You can be editing your video after a hunt and find up to 1 minute of evidence and put it on there, and it automatically throws it into this off topic. You can do it live while you're there. You're seeing your flashlight go off and on, pull your phone out. You can do that. So the ghost cam is a really cool thing. A lot of people have been hitting that. You can also share your stuff onto other social media. So any of the stories that people post, any of their posts, or any of your posts, or you can take it, and there's a copy link on it for a share button, and you can go to Facebook and you can copy, and it'll say, hey, I found this on paralink.com. It's actually pretty fun. People that talk to us and that have joined really do enjoy the site. There's also something for the community, which we started up about 2 months ago. It's called Top Teens. You get points for every time you post something. You get points for every time somebody comments on your post. Every time somebody likes your post. Anytime somebody shares your post, you get points for that. And whoever has the most points at the end of the month, you know, like I said, we're free, right? So we don't really give anything out, but you have the title. And we've had people fighting, not fighting, but, you know, talking amongst each other, you know, hey, we were number one last month. We got to be number one again, right? You can actually PM people on this site. You can send them private messages. You can, like I said, you can comment on their post. It's pretty cool. We also have a little profile thing on there. Hey, what's up, FDL? That's Michael Lewis. He's a buddy of mine. He's a good guy.
Top. Is he top right now?
He is top right now. Yeah, Grizzly Chris was before him, and Michael knocked him off. And then, you know, we have something that's coming soon, and there's actually a form out there. It's a certification program for people who build their own equipment. We're not out to steal nobody's equipment. We're not out to steal nobody's idea. It's our community. But if you wanted something to be looked at that you thought was cool, and you wanted to be accredited and certified through somebody, we are engineeringly capable of looking at that equipment to verify that it's working proper, right? That you can send schematics or whatever. Like I said, we're not going to trademark the stuff. We're not going to steal it from anybody like that. But it's a pretty cool thing. It's a certification process. Not too many people do that. And it allows people to feel better about their equipment. You know, I know P.A.R.A.Normal, they do SLS cameras all the time. They advertise on our site. You know, they show some of their stuff, and you know, we've been trying to talk to them about doing the same thing. You know, get that into the certification, and let's get it out there. There's also a profile section. You can put a profile of your name if you want to put your name. We don't care if you put your name. Where you're from, and that's only for the search engine. If somebody wants to find a medium in an area, they can just type in the name and the area that they're at in medium, and it'll show up. We are adding a chat in the near future. People can chat with each other, but really, it's pretty cool. It's basically a Facebook for the paranormal only. And we also have what is a vote the people off the island thing, right? You know how much negativity is out there. We don't want Joe Schmo coming in and just hammering somebody, you know, 100 times in a comment. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. You know, there's going to be red flags. People are able to put red flags up if they see a post that's negative or they don't want, or is just rude or shouldn't even be on there. You know, you go to Facebook, there's a lot of stuff that pops up on pages that you accidentally became friends with someone or something like that, and they post a nasty picture or something, you know, you red flag it, kick them off. Mm-hmm. So it's not really a block. It's a red flag. You get enough red flags. We all work it out as a community, get enough red flags, and we, you know, you're basically kicked off the island. I mean, that's, you know, it got kind of old school with it, and, you know, might get us in trouble with the new world right now, but, you know, but maybe it'll straighten people up a little bit too. If they feel as though if they see 20 people don't like the way they're posting, maybe they'll change their mind and start posting positive, you know, because we definitely don't want to advertise negativity. And with the red flag system, are we technically advertising a little bit negative? But, you know, in a realistic world, you know, something's got to give. And I look at Facebook every day. Facebook is a great website for people to communicate and to talk to each other. But I read every day about how negative it is, how they get blocked on stuff, how they can't speak their mind, how they can't do this, how we can't do that. And I reply to a lot of them, come to Paralinked. I mean, that's what we're here for. Get on there, start sharing your stories. That's what we need. We have a lot of people on there, believe it or not. We have a lot of people, but if you go there, the comments and the posts and stuff are slim. Lately, over the last month or so, they've kind of slimmed down a little bit. So we need more people to comment, to post. And I can't say it enough. It's free. What do you guys got to lose? You know, there's nothing else that could be said for it. It's actually a really fun site once you start. And it's your community. If you have ideas, tell us. Put it on the homepage. There's actually a homepage. It has a bunch of comments on there. And we've taken like the cryptids. There was, we were going to do a bunch of different categories for cryptids. And we took one of the person's ideas. He's like, hey, why wouldn't you just put them all together into one? We'd been thinking about it, you know, but we got a couple feedback like this. We said, let's just do it as one as one category, cryptids. So every idea does not go unnoticed or unseen. We do look at it. The search engine was one as well that we'd been talking about. We had enough people comment or send us private messages asking us to do the search engine, so we did that. But again, it's our community, and I know you're talking evidence earlier. If you guys get a chance, all of you, when we go to paralink.com, look in the off topics and look in the evidence category. There's two of them. I have a tricycle moving on its own up from Ashmore Estates about 4 years ago on the third floor on a concrete slab. Sat there for an hour, did absolutely nothing. And as we go to break, we just lowered the phone down because we were doing a Facebook Live. And as we were walking out of the room, we edited the next day and we saw that just, it moves backwards. You can see it plain as day on there. And we were trying to get that thing to move for an hour. You know, there's a
Always when you don't want it to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As soon as you walk away.
Exactly. And one of the cameras my buddy Sean had built for us for that paranormal, there's an evidence button on there for about 3 months ago. An orb. We set the camera in the room. It catches anomalies. That's all it does. We turn the lights off, set it as the 1800s mansion with an original shift rope. And we went in there before the hunt and we're pulling on the shift rope trying to open it. You had to really yank on it to get it to open, but it catches an orb and you can see that orb just flying through the air. It hits that door handle and door just opens up like nobody did anything. Right. It was just amazing. So, that's the ghost cam feature that we put that on. So that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm sorry if I'm going on and on and on, but Paralink really is a pretty cool site and we'd like to get people there. So now we'll talk about that paranormal. So that paranormal, T.H.A.T. Paranormal, based out of St. Louis area, Metro East. It's Tom, my buddy Tom, and my friends Heather, Amy, and myself. And we do a lot of private hunts. We were doing a lot of lives, but then we have people that don't want us to do lives with their private hunts. They don't want to be known about it, but you can catch one on there about once every month. We have, I think, like 1.1 or 1.2 thousand members. We don't really push the members thing. We don't email everybody. You know, I know there's a lot of people that send a private messages, you know, asking to join your stuff, and hey, that's great and all that stuff. But we haven't done that. We're just relying on people to come through. We picked up a lot with Paralink because you'll see a lot of that paranormal Paralink. But we've done a lot of hunts over the years, and they're pretty cool. And then the other thing I was going to talk about was the Warren Legacy Foundation. I'm actually a member of that group as an investigator. I haven't done a hunt yet. I've only been with them about 3 months. I've listened in on some investigations. They take this stuff dead serious, and it's a lot different than what I've seen from actual investigations with teams, you know, that I've been around in our area anyway. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can find some teams that are there for entertainment purposes. They're trying to, you know, build up their team by, you know, different means of, hey, look at this gadget, look at that gadget. The Warren Legacy is legitimately 100% there to help people only. And I got a perfect example of about 3 weeks into joining. I don't know how, but this person from London, Bristol, London, or UK right there, she had private messaged me. I don't know how she got my name. Somebody gave her my name and was telling me what was going on at her house. And I didn't know her from Adam. And I think she got it off of that Paranormal or Paralink. Mm-hmm. And she was having some really bad stuff. And I was able to explain to her, go to the website, Warren Legacy Foundation. There's actually a link on there you can click and you fill out a form. And within 2 weeks, they got a hold of her and they've actually been working with her and helping her out. So the Warren Legacy Foundation is a great recourse if your local teams haven't gotten rid of what you feel you have in your house. So that's enough bragging on me, I think.
No, as a fellow member, I can agree with you.
Yeah, exactly. No, and it's awesome. I tell you, I don't know if you know, Sky, but there's a lot of people been joining lately. Yeah. And that is awesome, and that's great because it's good to have talent that can that can help people. That's my
Yeah.
whole. That's
Yep.
P.A.R.A.Normal.
We have Larissa too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
P.A.R.A.Normal just to help people. That paranormal, everything's free whenever we do hunts, just to help people. I mean, you just want to help, and I think that's like 99% of everyone's goal in the paranormal field. I've never met anybody that I haven't liked in the paranormal field. They've all been very positive to me and welcoming. Right.
That's good. Okay. Guys, go check out paralink.com. If you can't find it, shoot me a message. I'll send you the link. I found it. Maybe you're spelling something incorrectly. Hi to everybody that came in late. Where are you, Casey? There you are. Hey.
You're late.
I don't know if you saw the comments that I threw up, but we had Dennis from Alias Paranormal. He said he'll be top in no time. So
Good
I
deal.
guess FDL Paranormal and Alias will now be in competition.
Yes.
They'll be fighting each other.
And
Yeah,
Jen Jacobs loves her cryptids. She said there's too many to throw into one.
and that's true. That's why we were talking about going with different ones, and then we decided to. There's so many of them. Geez, you'd have too many categories with different ones. So
Try it.
Try it. Competition is on.
Oh boy.
No fighting in the comments.
Yeah,
no,
guys,
we
come
welcome
on.
you. Hey, like we said, we need to drive more traffic to the site and to get more comments and get more likes and more shares and people just communicating and networking. Guy on there earlier said networking. It is definitely a perfect place to network. And there's bugs in it. There's always going to be bugs. We're just two guys that are putting our time and effort into it. So if you give us an idea and a month later we haven't done it yet, doesn't mean we haven't considered it. Most likely we're already talking to you about it anyway, but it could take a little bit of time to get on there. So
Exactly.
Yes.
hey, if you look at it like 5 years ago, did you guys ever think the paranormal fields would be this big? 5,
No.
6 years ago? No.
No.
People were embarrassed to say they were into the paranormal. I've talked to a lot of people over the last couple of years, and they just didn't want to talk about it. They thinking people make fun of them, and they, everybody always thought it was those people that wore goth makeup and, tattoos and all this and that, but it's not. It's everybody. There's millions and millions of people. You go to Facebook and you type in paranormal, to me, that's a downside is going there to type in paranormal and you get 20,000 different groups and you're wanting to join a group. Who are you going to join? You're so overwhelmed, and a lot of times you got to get invited to join them. Whereas you come to paralink.com, our goal is everybody's able to communicate right then and there. Somebody could post on there, hey, I'm looking for a group to join. You get 500 people hopefully within a couple of days, they can say, hey, come join we're in this area. We're in this area. Or they search engine and they find the person in that area. Because I know you could type in search engine on Facebook up top, and you're looking for other people. You type in a name, that's great. You can find a name. But if you type in like FDL Paranormal, you're going to get, a mic spot, but you're also going to get other things that have paranormal. Then you get confused on what you're even looking for. I do that a lot with the music stuff. It's hard to find just legitimate what you're looking for. There's just so much out there. Whereas with paralink.com, it's free. Try it out. That's all I can say.
Okay. We're going to go into evidence now, which is,
Okay.
I think that's everybody's favorite thing.
Yes.
Lena, do you want to tell us about Gabriel Davies Tavern?
So we were at Greek. I think I was there. Were you there, Sky? I don't remember if you were there.
We were both
Yeah,
there.
we were at Gabriel Davies Tavern. It's hard to say that, and I have no clue of why. But yeah, play the clip. But yeah, we were there last year, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the summertime, something like that. I believe it
I
was warm.
believe. Yeah, it was warmer. It wasn't cold. It was a little warmer.
So the
Sorry, guys. Our
particular,
investigation. We do so many. I can't keep track of them all.
I do this to her intentionally because I know that she doesn't always remember. So I just
Yeah,
want
like
to
this
see how good the
guy.
memory is. So for those of you that don't know, like the structure of Gabriel Davies Tavern, it's like a stone house. It's got, you walk in, it's got the dining area, the summer kitchen, I believe. No. It's like a dining area and then a sitting area, a living room area, and I don't know what the other front room would be. But that's
Listen, I have to.
got 4
Yeah,
rooms downstairs. It's got a basement, and then you go upstairs and there's like 3 bedrooms.
it's hard for me to remember places because I disassociate when I walk in and I'm in my mode. I disassociate. So like I'm there, but I'm not there. It's like one of those things. I go into my mode and I'm there to investigate, like on it.
Well, and this particular clip, you weren't even on the team. You were on another team outside. We
Yeah.
were in the basement, and I believe I was holding the camera for this one.
Okay.
We had a girl sitting on phasma. Nobody was moving around. There's a fur trap kind of dangling from the my words are going. From the ceiling. We'll use that word. It's the wood, whatever that is, from the ceiling. It's dangling.
Yeah.
It wasn't moving originally. We start asking questions, and she's answering through the phasma, and all of a sudden this is moving with us. One of the women from the association that takes care of the building was with us and saw it. I think she actually pointed it out because she was very confused. She's like, why is that moving? Nobody's over there. All right. I'm talking too much. I'm playing it now.
Okay.
Bankrupt.
That's swinging
Does
over
this
there
suck?
by itself. It's swinging by itself. Look at this. It's swinging over
Yes,
there by
it
itself.
does. Purchases.
It just started swinging.
None of us hit it.
No, we're all over here except for her. That's just swinging by itself. Guys, this is crazy. We have what looks like shackles are swinging by themselves in the basement. I don't know if everybody can see that. Okay, animal traps. Oh my god. Oh, I wonder if he traded fur too. Did you trade fur down? Did you did you trade fur with settlers? Native Americans? Is that what I saw outside? And hello back.
I'm tired.
I just said that in French. Do you speak French?
Are you?
All right, so I know it was very hard to see it in the beginning. Even I was confused as to what I was looking at, and I've watched it a couple of times. So when they zoom in, get a little closer, it was Larissa holding the camera, and you see all the way in the back, it's just swinging.
That's definitely interesting. That's pretty cool that you got that on tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that I was holding a different camera. So Larissa was live, but I was holding a different camera, and I had also like zoomed in from the stairs where I was sitting.
So they look like thick beams.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
the
even
word, beams.
Yeah. So if somebody's walking above that, I don't think you're going to get any movement with that thick of a beam. With those hanging off of something like that. So, I mean, it's hard to debunk something like that, you know. It's pretty neat. That's pretty cool.
And from being there was nobody else on that top floor because Marlena's team was outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then Larissa's team, we were right there. It was Alan, myself, Larissa, and the girl that you see sitting down, and the lady from the association.
And I'm assuming there's no fan or anything blowing down there, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
There was no fan. How close was the road? The road was actually a little bit of a drive in. Like we had to drive in pretty far.
It was pretty far drive in. It was like a half a mile, maybe a little bit longer to get in there.
Do you recall them being still?
When we
Before
went into that room, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They were not moving. Because I was sitting on the stairs watching that direction. They were not moving, and they started swinging, and I'm like, Larissa. She's seated. Like, when she sat down, they were not moving.
No, that's yeah, that's always exciting too. Whenever you run across something like that,
Yeah.
we've done a lot of hunts ourselves, and we've only come into a couple of actual what we consider evidence that we can't debunk. So, that's good that you guys got that. You got that on tape. That's cool.
It's Gabriel Davies
Davies.
Tavern in New Jersey. Glendale, New Jersey, maybe. Hold on.
You guys, I don't need a calendar. What happens is when I go into my investigator / psychic mode, and I don't remember. Okay, I don't remember.
Glendora, New Jersey. Glendora.
Ah, okay.
It's the lady Glen, not the man.
Oh gosh.
And you said that was an old bar? Is that what you said? A drinking establishment?
No.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Mm-mm. It was just I guess they just call it a tavern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard tavern.
That's in the name, but it wasn't an old bar.
Okay.
It housed boatmen.
I already have one. I just started that last month. I'm ahead of you, Casey.
You're ahead of him, but behind. You've been doing this for how long?
I know. New Jersey. Oh, okay.
Well, if that was the case, the other ones would have been moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just the one.
No. I'm going to play it again just so everyone can, because I'm sure some of us were not looking at the correct thing. But again, it's in the back. You're not going to be able to see it until Larissa goes forward in the video. It's in the back and it's black hanging down.
Bankrupt.
That's swinging
Does
over
this
there
suck?
by itself. It's swinging by itself. Look at this. It's swinging over
Yes,
there by
it
itself.
does.
That's one right.
Purchases.
It just started swinging.
None of us hit it.
No, we're all over here except for her. That's just swinging by itself. Guys, this is crazy. We have what looks like shackles are swinging by themselves in the basement. I don't know if everybody can see that. Okay, animal traps. Oh my god. Oh, I wonder if he traded fur too. Did you trade fur down?
Hello.
Did you trade fur with settlers? Native Americans? Was that what I saw outside? And hello back.
I'm tired.
I just said that. In French. Do you speak French?
Are you?
That's crazy.
It is, and it's not black, it's brown.
Yeah, it's like if you guys can see, it's the second pole. It's not the first pole, it's the second. It kind of blends with the background a little bit until you get up close.
It won't let me. It was creepy when it happened. Woo. Thank you, Alan.
Oh my God, Alan.
Sorry,
Like,
Tracy.
how long does that take you to type? Oh my God, you covered our guest.
I'm sorry, Tracy.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's an old one, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, were you still reading? I can put it back. Okay.
Casey Historical Allen.
He'd make a good member of the team. He'd get your history for you.
Alan is the member of our team.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
yeah.
He's,
Yeah.
He's a historian.
He's
is-
one of the head yeah. He's one of the head honchos.
Well, there you go.
That's Larissa's husband.
Did you start typing at the beginning of the show? Oh man. I can't. Go enjoy your little one, Alan. Get off of this. Go enjoy the baby.
That was the only 5 minutes you get, Alan.
Yeah.
I did need that though. I had the boathouse thing right. Boatman. Housing boatman.
Yeah.
Should have been in crayon. They should make that like so that you can edit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, being that as a hospital too is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, I mean, obviously, a lot of people probably died there. Back in 1800 stuff like that. So, could have been a number of things making that thing move for people wise.
Our viewers are the fun part of the show.
They are. Should we do the second?
Yeah, this one, it's an EVP clip. It's pretty short. I'm going to play it on a loop a couple of times and then I'll stop it.
Is that I'm scared?
That's what it sounds like.
I'm scared? That's what I heard.
It was very quiet.
Yeah. Where was that at, though? Do we know where that was at?
That was on the first floor of Gabriel Davies Tavern where the fireplace is,
Okay.
where the door was to go outside.
Got ya. Alias said they heard I don't care.
Oh.
And then Casey said he heard I am there.
Maybe it was I am here.
Maybe. Should we play it again?
Yeah, if you don't mind. I barely heard it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put. Okay.
I heard it. Yeah, it sounded like I am here is what it sounded like to me. But
Or I'm in here.
yeah,
I don't know. I keep hearing I'm scared. So I don't know.
For that clip, there was the investigator that was sitting in the chair down in the basement. She was walking through that room, like just walking by a trail cam. But it's very faint on here, but when I had originally listened to it, it almost sounded like a child.
Oh, okay.
There was no question for this one.
Mm-mm.
Somebody was just kind of walking by, talking to another investigator in another room.
did they get any other anything else on that floor that night? Do you remember?
EVP wise, no, I don't know for sure. Alan can correct me on that, but he did on that floor. Larissa was reading in a space, and it was like a dining area that we were standing in, They were having a meeting. A tax collector came in.
Huh.
Like there was just a bunch of men sitting around having.
So somebody wanted to get their voice heard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my dad?
Downstairs getting dressed.
Oh, that scared me.
Well,
They do kind of come out of nowhere.
the soda.
No.
It's a bad weather.
Camry, out. Oi, soda at 7:45 at night. No. Sorry. So what are we thinking?
I think it's just someone trying to get their voice heard. Probably like you were saying, if there's a lot of men in there, sounded like a female voice.
Yeah.
This is just my opinion, right? Sound like a female. Maybe somebody might have said something not necessarily off color, but something maybe she wanted to know, hey, I'm here. You know, you maybe shouldn't talk like that or something like that. But I don't know. I wasn't there, so. But that, you know, I've heard a few EVPs in my time. Just a few though, not that many, and that seemed to me pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
I am, and whether it's scared here, whatever, to me personally, just sound like somebody trying to reach out to let them know. For some strange reason, they wanted that group to know that person was there. So
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so I'm gonna play each one more time, and we just ask everybody if they think it was paranormal. Commenters, throw your comments up. Tell us if you thought it was paranormal. We'll start with the video clip. Now remember, we're looking for the one on the second post in the way back, not the first one.
Yeah, it
Bankrupt.
runs.
That's swinging
Does
over
this
there
suck?
by itself. It's swinging by itself. Look at this. It's swinging over
Yes,
there by
it
itself.
does.
That's swing by.
Purchases.
It just started swinging.
None of us hit it.
No, we're all over here except for her. That's just swinging by itself. Guys, this is crazy. We have what looks like shackles are swinging by themselves in the basement. I don't know if everybody can see that. Okay, animal traps. Oh my god. Oh, I wonder if he traded fur too. Did you trade fur down?
Hello.
Did you trade fur with settlers? Native Americans? Is that what I saw outside? And hello back.
I'm tired.
I just said that. In French. Do you speak French?
Are you?
the angle of it, when you're looking at it with a video, somebody might mistakenly think that the person sitting in that chair may have bumped that pole because of the angle at the beginning, right? But as they move closer, you can notice that there is a space in between them, so it couldn't have been her bumping it. So
no, I noticed that too. There's a space, but also if you follow the chain up, it's not actually connected to the pole. It's hanging aside of it.
Oh, okay.
From the rafters.
Huh.
I saw the space too because I thought maybe elbow.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
accident. Yeah.
No, there's a decent amount of space between her and that pole. But if you follow the chain isn't attached to the pole. It looks like it's a side attached to the rafters.
Yeah, so if it was me and I had to determine off that clip if it was paranormal and non-paranormal, I'd say it's paranormal. I don't see any evidence in there where it couldn't be paranormal. Just from that clip, though, I wasn't there, so I don't, that's what it looks like to me.
Marlena, what you think?
I think it's paranormal.
I think so too. I thought so when
Because I know how that team, our team investigates, and they'll go up afterwards and they'll try to feel around to see if there's any like airflow. And I know there wasn't any airflow because that was in the basement. There's no openings.
I don't think the basement had like the windows either, so there was no breeze that could have been.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was looking for vents, and I didn't see any vents anywhere around it. Air vents. So.
All right, commenters, what do you think? Paranormal, not paranormal? I know Casey said it was interesting. Oh, Casey said it was good. Dennis said it was interesting. Please hold. Okay. Well, I'm going to move on to the EV wind measure. Alan wants to use the wind measuring instrument we have now.
There you go.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we can do
Have
that.
you ever used a wind measuring instrument, Tracy?
No.
No.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever seen a wind measuring instrument.
It's pretty cool. It has a little like a fan on the top, but in order for it to go, there has to be wind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you're blowing through like one of those pinwheels. It's kind of like that, but on a little machine. It tells you how the air is, all that. I think there's temperature readings on it too.
Yeah, people are coming up with some pretty cool stuff now in the paranormal field. That's the good thing about it growing as fast as it has too. I mean, a lot of people are throwing stuff out there that you never would have thought of. One guy I talked to a few months ago had 19 readings off of one instrument thing that he had, barometric pressure, and really intelligent guy. I can barely sign on to StreamYard. This guy here is. Man, he started asking me questions. I said, "You need to talk to my friend Sean. He's the engineer." But there's a lot of neat stuff coming out in paranormal field. Sorry to interrupt. What we were talking about there.
No, you're okay.
Here we go again.
The last comment says Amazon, but I figured I'd just throw up the big one first.
Oh
yeah.
No, I appreciate it. That's cool.
All right, everybody, screenshot Tracy's face disappearing again.
All you see is the name now, apparently. That's perfect, actually. Maybe my face wasn't in there. I get more people to come.
There you go.
Alan and his gadget. He likes his gadget.
Yeah. But we don't pull those gadgets out a lot. We've been doing a lot of old school investigating. We went back to just the basics. Like I'm buying a Polaroid camera for crying out loud because I think when we go to certain places, I think the Polaroid would be better than a digital.
Yeah.
So we're trying to take it back.
I have an old cassette recorder from like the 70s, right? With the little cassettes in, or the normal size cassettes like we had when we were kids, when I was a kid anyway. And I use that. It only gives you about 2 hours worth of recording, but it's actually pretty cool. And it's kind of a bummer to have to listen to the whole thing. But, you have a microphone on it. And I just, sometimes I prefer that versus, fast forward digital, just it's preference, just the EMFs, the K2 stuff like that. I sometimes I get more on that than I do on anything else the whole night.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually have a conversation using that, and with no words from them, but you can tell when it's real and when it's just electricity or something, energy from water or whatever, So
yeah,
I do like that. But we do have the SLS cameras. We do have a lot of neat equipment. But like you guys are saying, I sometimes just like to go to a cemetery and take 2 pieces of equipment and have a heyday.
Yep. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna play the EVP now on repeat a couple of times. If you guys got earbuds, please put them on. I don't know why it's so quiet. could see how it could be any of those things. I'm scared. I'm in here. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I thought I heard "I'm still here." I heard an S in there, so it's the scared or still or something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's just your mind trick. No, mind tricks. After listening to something for a while, you want to hear something that you're hearing something you want to hear instead of what you should
Yeah.
hear. So.
Yeah. And you
Well,
get
the great thing about that place is, like we said, it was so many different things over the years. So was it like somebody who was scared that their loved one was going to die in the hospital? Was it I am here? Or like you said with the tax collectors, like there's so many things it could possibly be.
Yeah.
He's going to get a tape recorder.
Yep.
Yep. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Tape recorder's pretty cool. Yeah, he said, "I'm in here." That's.
See?
I think we all agree it's "I'm something here," or "I am scared." One of those things. So.
Alan.
I have that same thing, Alan.
Oh man. Magnetic strip giving a more raw. Oh, see, yep. Yeah.
I walked past at Ashmore Estates one time. I walked past an old boiler room, and it's like one of my first hunts, and it was 5-6 years ago. And it's pitch dark, just walking through. We had I think 3 people came with our group, and they were all in the other room, and I was just walking by it, and I heard something go, boo. Boo. All the things, right? So I'm thinking it's one of my friends messing with me because it was just a small boiler room. I mean, it was in the shape of a circle, and it was probably 8 foot round, and there was nobody in there, and those people were, half a building away. But I walked just a whisper. It was like boo, and why would a ghost say that to you? You know what I mean? But it almost made me run. It was almost like the old Scooby-Doo cartoon. I was getting ready to go, but that hearing it on the next day on a recording or editing through it and hearing it is cool. That's the only time I think anything's ever really just kind of reached out to me to say something. And I, clear as day, I don't have it on tape, don't have it on video, anything like that. But that was pretty neat. But it's cool that we're able to gather that stuff with the EVPs to be able to play it again. I guess my point is I wish I would have had that with me to where I could replay it for everybody, and they wouldn't think I was just, crazy if somebody saying boo.
We all have stories like that we wish that we had it on camera, and we don't.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah. But boo, I mean, it is kind of funny because you weren't probably expecting anything to even be in that room.
No. Like I said, everybody's down at the other end. I was going back to get another piece of equipment down at the other end of the building. And, you're by yourself in a pitch dark room with just a little flashlight in front of you and leading your way. And you're not expecting nothing. It's like one of my first hunts too, of all things. And I really thought it was my friend Tom just messing with me, but it wasn't. He wasn't anywhere around. So that's just crazy. And you're right, Alan. It is during setup or you're not expecting it. Everything happens. We were hunting a graveyard for our actual very first hunt, and it was a little girl that had passed away back in the 1800s. And they said that if you take a ball up there, you place it next to the grave. You take candy up there, you take a toy, stuff like that. And it's kind of a trigger. And people have seen the ball move and stuff like that. So we're up there for like 3 hours, Facebook Live, talking to it. We got the SB7, I think is what we had at the time. And, we're getting a few things there. And it's my absolute very first hunt. And, I'm like, what's the SB7? Like what we're supposed to hear this. Then you start hearing a few things, you start thinking, oh, that's pretty cool. But we ain't kidding you. As soon as he turned off the camera for the Facebook Live, that ball rolled across like rolled for about a foot right in front of that grave, or right in front of that tombstone. And we swore then that we weren't going to just not record while we're recording. We weren't just going to quit. We're going to let it sit for a half an hour by itself in a room, whatever, and see what happens. So, but that was pretty cool to see the ball move on your first hunt. That's what really got me hooked at that point in time. Going more. So
it's almost as if they know we got the cameras out.
Yeah.
It is. It's like they're toying with you.
Yeah.
Just like they would if they're alive. It's like a kid trying to get them to smile for a good picture. It's not happening.
Yeah, they're punking us. They got their own TV show Punked going on us, So.
All right. It was a pleasure having you on. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you guys for having me on. And like I said, if anything, if you go check out the site. If you don't like it, you don't have to join. But again, like I tell everybody, it's free. What do you got to lose, right? We're not asking for any personal information. We do have a like Reddit. If you guys ever follow Reddit, there's a little algorithm that they have, and I hate algorithms, but whenever we first opened this up, we had probably 20 people join up right off the bat and never came back, never commented anything else. They just want to advertise for themselves. Well, we want people to continue coming back. So I think Sean set it up to where if you want to join, you can come look at it. You can do whatever you want without joining. But if you want to post and stuff like that, you need to comment. You get like 3 points for comment on somebody's post. And then you can join. We want people that are serious about being in the community and want to stay in the community. And nice meeting you too, Alan. Guys, seem like you have a great group. And if I ever make it up that way, we're all going hunting.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
If you ever make it St. Louis way, look me up. I'll take you to some good places around here too. So Alton, Illinois is near where I'm from. And we got tons of stuff down here. You'd be amazed and it's been around for years and years. So it's cool. But I really do appreciate you guys having me on.
Hold on. Casey, Casey, they just don't want to show up on camera.
No.
You're just going to visit all your kids in one family photo. That's all it is.
Yep.
All right. Oh, he won't do. He wants to do Old Juliet.
Old Juliet Prison.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be the one we all go to together.
There you go.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you again. Thank you to all of our viewers and our commenters. If you're viewing this later, please let us know if you thought it was paranormal. Go check out Tracy's website. It sounds like something that's really great for the community, and I think we all need a positive outlet for strictly paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
She's Jen. All right. Join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Next week, we have Richard Estep, so you guys don't want to miss that one. All right. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Marlena.
Yep.
Sorry, I gotta scroll all the way up to the end commercial.
I feel like we're on Wheel of Fortune.